Okay. Now, I've been driving around for a couple of hours in the sort of stop-start city traffic that you get when you're taking the kids to school or going to work, and I've done 41.7 miles. And what I'm going to do now is fill it up to the brim again. I'm going to brim it so it's all just spurting out. That's going to be, come on. That's it. 20.85 litres. And now we have to do the maths. Okay, that's 20.85 litres. Now we'll convert that from Euro babble into English by dividing it by 4.546 equals 4.58 gallons. We'll make a note of that. 4.5864 gallons. Okie doke. Now then, we did 41.7 miles divided by 4.5864 miles to the gallon coming up, everybody. 9 miles to the gallon! I tell you, people who have off-road cars are stupid and mad. They should be driven from the roads and birched to within an inch of their lives. Off-road cars are daft, antisocial and idiotic, and the people who drive them are fools. This is mine. It's a 4-litre, 24-valve, 6-cylinder, 2.5-ton... what's the word? Monster. It was designed to take on Africa, but I use it here, in Oxfordshire. To do the school run, it costs £5,000 a year in petrol alone. £5,000 out of taxed income. Oh, let's get you in. That's obscene. That makes the Yorkshireman in me absolutely livid and sick at the waist. So you may be asking, why do I not change it for something a little more reasonable? Well, I need an off-roader because where I live, the routes into town are so congested that the best way to school is down here. Sorry, but this is the fastest way to school. Obviously, it's a bit of a bore getting out to open the gates, but at least it's a bit of fresh air and some exercise. Tonight. Bye. Off you go. Exploiting the right to roam can save 20 minutes a day, and that's worthwhile. But more important than this is the safety.
It's the sort of vehicle that if somebody hits you, you'd be very confident that strapped in here, you know, you wouldn't be hurt.
Just prefer being in something beefy.
I mean, I did have an accident a few months ago. Somebody went into the side of me and I actually hardly noticed. I don't think you'd knock this over in a hurry.
It helps on the country lanes being up high.
And that's nice. Means you can look down on lesser mortals in their ordinary cars. But it means that the off-roader has to have a high centre of gravity, and that's not so nice. If you need to take emergency action on a motorway, it's more likely to roll over than a normal car. And then we have braking. Or rather, we don't. So, all things considered, the off-road car is not good at avoiding accidents. What, however, it's very good at is dealing with them once they happen. If you're looking for the safest car in the world, this is it.
You'd call the performance quite good if this were a boat. And that means you're never really going fast enough to have a crash. Of course, if someone runs into you, well, you're never going to know. There are some drawbacks, though, chief among which is having a conversation in here. The 4 seats, and there are only 4, are so far apart they're in different time zones. Then you've got the enormous, rattly 6.5-litre turbo diesel engine sort of here in the middle of the room. And then you've got the torque converters in the wheels, which sound like giant nuclear-powered pepper grinders. Small wonder that Arnold Schwarzenegger was so good at shouting in his films. I want your clothes and your motorcycle. He absolutely will not stop.
And the problems aren't limited to talking. There are other issues too. Can you guess what they are?
Oh, this is a narrow street, and somebody's parked on it. Well, a stupid place to park. I fear I may be causing a few problems here. Sorry. 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 They're very good-natured people here. I'd try this anywhere else, I'd have had my head kicked in by now.
The worst thing about the Humvee, though, is not the size or the noise. It's that as you drive along, you can see people on the pavements. Ooh, there goes Chris Eubank.
This is a terrible car, but now General Motors has bought the rights to make civilian versions of the Humvee, and they've introduced a new version, which is kinder to the environment.